My name is TylerPatterson, and I will be reading an excerpt from President Barack Obama's 2004 DNC keynote speech. Fellow Americans, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, I say to you tonight, we have more work to do. More work to do for the workers I met in Galesburg, Illinois, who are losing their union jobs at the Maytag plant that's moving to Mexico. Now they're having to compete with their own children for jobs that pay $7 an hour. More to do for the father I met who was losing his job and choking back the tears, wondering how he would pay the $4,500 a month for the drugs his son needs without the health benefits that he could no longer afford. More to do for the young woman in East St. Louis and thousands more like her who have the grades, have the drive, have the will, but don't have the money to go to college. Now, don't get me wrong. The people I meet in small towns and big cities, in diners and office parks, they don't expect government to solve all of their problems. They know that they have to work hard to get ahead, and they want to. Go into the collar counties around Chicago, and people will tell you they don't want their tax money to be wasted by a welfare agency or the Pentagon. Go into any inner city neighborhood, and folks will tell you that the government alone can't teach your kids to learn. They know that parents have to teach, that children can't achieve unless we raise the expectations and turn off the television sets and eradicate the slander that says a black youth with a book is acting white. They know these things. People don't expect government to solve all their problems, but they sense, deep in their bones, that with just a slight change in priorities, we can make sure that every child in America has a decent shot at life and that the doors of opportunity will remain open to all. They know we can do better. I chose to do this segment of a part of a speech from former President Barack Obama because it has had a large impact on my life. I saw his speech in school during the campaign for the 2008 election. The way that then Congressman spoke was more engaging than any politician I had ever heard before. Our teacher had chosen to show us some speeches of all the other candidates running for weeks, and none of them had felt the same as Obama's speech to me, which seemed to have a real sense of understanding of how real people were living. And the speech truly succeeds in my eyes because despite the harsh topics he is discussing that would normally create a negative tone, the way that it's delivered creates an inspiring and confident tone instead. Looking back at the speech, I can notice and appreciate how well crafted and well delivered it truly is. The speech may be politically aimed, with the intention of generating support for a fellow politician's election, but the future president still does an amazing job of connecting to the audience and establishing strong pathos while talking about hardships that Americans face and the struggle it causes in their lives, ethos while he is talking about his heritage and personal life, meeting with Americans going through rough times, and logos by using real-life examples of people in these situations who still work besides their hardships. I believe that this speech is just one example of Barack Obama's ability of delivering powerful and compassionate speeches, which was key in his victory in the 2008 and 2012